Oh, we're on.
Yes, we're on.
Wow.
Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and microwave update. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with my co-hosts Kristen Anderson and Gary Lerude. As you can see, we're in vacation mode here, shooting from Plum Island in Newbury, Massachusetts. And we wanted everybody to feel relaxed in being able to watch our issues and our episode here, even when they're on vacation.
Right.
It's nice to be out here on the beach, Plum Island. I think I read somewhere that there was a 9-foot squid that showed up on offshore here on the beach back in 1980.
We'll have to look out for that.
Let's hope that doesn't happen today.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And the other thing about Plum Island is the Merrimack River is just over there a little bit, and that flows down through New Hampshire in Massachusetts and was the site of course, the mills in Manchester, Lowell, Lawrence, and so a lot of history in this area.
Interesting
Yeah,
facts.
and last episode we covered our July RF and software and design issue, and we covered the technical features. So what do we have for products?
Oh, from the July issue, right, we had a product feature on 3 new families of ceramic surface mount duplexers. These surface mount duplexers offer 3 different tiers of performance and power handling, each supporting all the major frequency division duplex bands. These filters have a universal footprint that enables a platform solution using only one single printed circuit board design and circuit layout, and they're designed and constructed to deliver their rated performance over wide temperature ranges and long operating lifetimes, essentially for carrier grade wireless infrastructure applications. Did I mention they're from CTS Corporation? The article is called Diminutive Duplexers, Big Rejection for Small Cells.
How about the tech briefs?
Well, we have 4 tech briefs this month, starting with Linwave Technology, a UK company, has a 2 to 20 gigahertz broadband splitter, and the advantage of it is its very small size and provides surface mount packaging. Then we have a high-power TWT for the DBS uplink band at 18 gigahertz. That particular device is from Communications and Power Industries, part of the Microwave Power Products division. And then in the test equipment side, we have 2 tech briefs. One is a PC-controlled real-time spectrum analyzer family from Berkeley Nucleonics. And then Radix Technologies has a multi-function sort of software-defined test system that handles a variety of testing needs, from real-time vector signal generators to 2-channel digital storage oscilloscope and just a slew of others. So 4 tech briefs with some interesting products this month.
Yeah, and turning to the news, all I can say is SNAP. The U.S. Army Missile and Space Command, they have a new program called SNAP. It's a small nanosatellite constellation with a small A in SNAP. And they will be providing over-the-horizon communications for the current UHF tactical radios. Currently in remote locations, they don't have access to over-the-horizon communications directly back to headquarters, so this system will solve that problem. They are made up of CubeSats that are only 5 kilograms in mass, and they'll be about $500,000 to produce, and they're about the size of a loaf of bread. This is kind of the realization of the trend we've seen in the last few years of nano satellites, and they're coming to fruition now. And we featured that in our last August issue, the satellite and radio communications issue. And then this September will also be our satellite issue. So we'll talk about the new space market.
Yeah.
And that's the commercialization of satellite and launch vehicles that will be new opportunities for RF and microwave companies.
So SNAP.
SNAP.
Very nice.
What else was in the news?
In the news, Rice University recently got FCC approval to test wireless data delivery over active TV channels. Now, you probably both know that the UHF spectrum has often been called the beachfront property of the wireless spectrum.
How appropriate.
Appropriate while we're here. This is because, unlike the higher frequency signals used for existing Wi-Fi hotspots, UHF signals can carry for miles and they're not blocked by walls or trees. So to demonstrate that the wireless service providers can make use of the UHF spectrum without interfering with TV broadcasters, the Rice Wireless Networks Group and a Rice graduate student have developed a technology that they call WATCH, or Wi-Fi in active TV channels. And they got the approval from the FCC to test it there at the campus.
Oh, interesting development.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, it's earnings season again. The June quarter is where a lot of companies mark their fiscal quarter. And so we're starting to see some earnings announcements. The most interesting one recently came out of Skyworks, another banner quarter for them. They had $810 million in revenue, which was up over 6% from the prior quarter and jumped almost 40% from the quarter a year ago. They had very good profitability, they beat all their guidance, and they have $1.1 billion in cash in the bank with no debt.
Wow. And turning to events for EDICon, we just released the call for papers for EDICon China. So submit your abstracts at ediconchina.com/papers2016. And I'm working on developing some radar tracks, and we'll have some of the recent developments in AESA and MIMO radar systems. And we'll also take a look at GaN technology and metamaterials technology, what effect that could have on future radar systems, and also some test and measurement challenges and high-speed digital design. So if you have any ideas, feel free to email me on that. And we'll be turning our attention to European Microwave Week soon. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, we have currently 255 exhibiting companies and 2,800 square meters of space, displaying products that range from software and design tools to materials and components to test equipment, cables and connectors, semiconductors, optoelectronics, everything. So although the exhibition is free to attend, the discounted deadline to attend one of the three major conferences is August 6th. And again, those three major conferences are the European Microwave Conference that covers microwave components, systems, and technology. The European Radar Conference that covers radar technology, system design, and applications. And the European Microwave Integrated Circuits Conference, covering a broad range of high-frequency related topics, from materials and technologies to integrated circuits and applications. So by August 6th, if you want the discount, I think it's 40% off.
Yeah.
Of course, registration continues after that, but that discount ends on August 6th.
What better place to have it than Paris?
Yeah.
Right.
Beautiful place.
I do want to mention on Wednesday of European Microwave Week, there is the Defense, Security, and Space Forum. That's defense spelled with a C, not an S.
European style.
European style. And we've been working on that program, and there's some interesting topics for that. Strategy Analytics will be providing a market assessment for the military market. And then we have several industry presentations from Analog Devices, Peregrine, Corvo, and Rohde & Schwarz. And then we kind of wrap up with an executive level forum that includes executives from the European Defense Agency, Celex, Thales, and the French Aerospace Lab. So it promises to be very interesting.
Is that a full day or half a day?
It's most of the day. It starts about 11 o'clock or
11:00.
10:30 or 11 in the morning.
Ends with a cocktail reception. Good for networking.
Ends with a cocktail reception.
Yes.
And you can bring your margarita from the beach.
Excellent. Well, I think we better wrap it up. I see the tide is starting to come in.
Oh boy. Yep.
So we'd like to thank you for joining us at the beach and watching this edition of Frequency Matters. We want to thank our sponsor, Mini Circuits, for making it possible. You can get information about their products at minicircuits.com on the web. And until next time, thanks for watching.